Some of you are not behind because you are lazy. You are not behind because you lack talent. You are not behind because God forgot you. You are behind because your progress is being slowly murdered by lust. Lust is not loud. It does not announce itself as destruction. It introduces itself as pleasure. But behind that pleasure is delay. Behind that desire is distraction. Behind that craving is a future being quietly stolen. Today, we are exposing the truth. Lust is the killer of spiritual, mental, financial, and destiny progress. And the Bible makes this very clear. 1. Lust destroys focus and vision. Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. Vision is the ability to see your future clearly. But lust hijacks your imagination and rewires your attention. Instead of seeing your business growing, your marriage strengthening, your calling unfolding, you begin to see only bodies, fantasies, moments of escape. Lust trains your mind to live for now, not for next. Biblical example, David and Bathsheba. David was a king with vision, a warrior with destiny, a man after God's own heart. But one night of lust erased years of discipline. He lost his integrity, his family peace, a child, and almost his throne, all because he stopped guarding his vision. Why lust stagnates you here? You cannot pursue purpose while feeding appetite. What you stare at continuously will eventually steer your life. 2. Lust drains spiritual power. 1 Corinthians 6:18. Flee from sexual immorality. He who sins sexually sins against his own body. Lust is not just a moral issue, it is a spiritual leakage. Every time you give in, your prayer life weakens, your hunger for God declines, your spiritual sensitivity dulls. You still go to church, still lift your hands, but inside, your fire is low. Samson's story, Judges 16. Samson had supernatural strength, divine assignment, prophetic destiny, yet lust cut his power cable. Before the enemy touched him physically, lust had already conquered him spiritually. Key: why lust stagnates you here? You cannot pursue purpose while feeding appetite. What you stare at continuously will eventually steer your life. 3. Lust corrupts your decision-making. James 1:14. Each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire. Lust does something dangerous. It makes emotions louder than wisdom. You start making choices based on desire instead of destiny, attraction instead of alignment, feelings instead of faith. People lose careers, marriages, callings, businesses, not because they were foolish, but because lust infected their judgment. Real-life reality. A man risks his job for a secret affair. A woman ignores red flags because the connection is intense. A young person trades education for emotional comfort. Key: you can recover from failure faster than from a wrong decision made in lust. 4. Lust creates hidden bondage and shame. John 10:10. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Lust never leaves you free. It turns into addiction, secrecy, shame, double living. You smile publicly, fight privately, pray quietly, and bleed silently. You become trapped in cycles. Repent, fall, regret, repeat. Key: your energy goes into hiding instead of building. Shame kills confidence, and confidence fuels progress. 5. Lust competes with God for lordship. Matthew 6:24. You cannot serve two masters. Whatever controls your appetite controls your direction. When lust rules, discipline feels painful. Prayer feels boring. Obedience feels optional. God no longer leads your life. Your cravings do. The truth: you don't fall into sin accidentally. You drift into it daily by what you entertain. Key: you can't move forward with God while feeding what He is trying to remove. Stop. Final warning and call to action. Lust doesn't destroy people loudly. It delays them quietly. It delays marriages, delays careers, delays ministries, delays breakthroughs. You think you are enjoying life, but time is being stolen. The good news: freedom is possible. Discipline is possible. Restoration is available. 1 Corinthians 10:13. God will always provide a way of escape, but escape requires decision, not desire. If this message convicted you, challenged you, or opened your eyes, don't ignore it. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs deliverance. Subscribe to Spirit and Strategy, where faith meets discipline and purpose meets power. Your future is too valuable to be traded for temporary pleasure.